Hello, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Johnny Baghead, as always, and welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Yeah, Swaino, you came right at the start, right when I was ready to go. I didn't want to start too late. I knew it was going to be a late start, but I didn't want to leave it too late. So here I am, you know, doing everything I can. Yeah, I've got my my badass lady shirt, hoodie. Sorry, I forgot what words are. I'm making an effort to try and wear less black on screen because it really does not show up good on camera, and especially the green screen stuff I do. Any sort of like shade that's too dark, you can see it. It happens with my eyes. You get a bit of pixelation. It's I believe it's differing with how digital cameras work. Makes you think that you might have to get a specific camera type if you get a green screen that doesn't do this differing, or it's just I'm not lighting myself properly. Probably both. Probably both, knowing me, because I don't really know what I'm doing a lot of the time. But yeah, we're gonna jump back in to Resident Evil 2 Nintendo 64, probably for the final time here. This might end up being on the shorter side this stream. It depends on how much of this bonus content I want to do, but we're going to look for it. So the first stuff we're going to do Hunk, and we're going to do Tofu. We might not finish them. I'll tell you, I'm definitely not going to bother finishing Tofu, but we'll look at them because unlike the other versions, you can actually unlock them. You can just use a cheat code. The details are hardly noticeable. The truth is, your Chrome's quite good. Thank you, because it is really held together by duct tape. I have to find it. There was a video tutorial that helped us, me and class, when we were setting things up, that I'm using multiple layers of color correction to help. Basically, it's like there's like 2 chroma key and color correction layers. There's like one to make the background look better, and then one to fix the color correction I did to make the, you know. And it's probably not the way you're supposed to do things, but it works for my setup, so, you know. But yeah, we're going to check the bonus modes out. Hey, Doom Manic's here. Yeah. We're going to check out that. And then we're going to check out the Randomizer mode. So I have to give credit. Stop Skeletons from Fighting, the YouTube channel, is how I found out about this. And it's still crazy to think about. Like, if you know what a randomizer is nowadays, they are programs that will auto-generate ROM hacks that will randomly shuffle game, like, key items or regular items around, so you have to rely on your knowledge of the game to pick items up out of order and try and beat the game. And in some cases they can be very glitch heavy runs, or you can just do them kind of straight. And that's mainly been like an aftermarket, like, ROM hack scene thing. But this version had a ROM hack mode, though it's a lot more basic than the stuff we do now. But it had one built in back in, what, like 99, 2000? No, I could show some behind the scenes stuff on Twitter, but it's literally well, I've been meaning to. I want to take some, like, better pictures of it, but I've got pictures of, like, my game collection that's over there. But behind, like, I'm trying to think how I could show, like, it is literally just a green screen behind me. There's, like, that's the reason why I went for, like, the full-on, like, virtual background thing, because I knew the backdrop. If you were watching me during the Scuff era, you probably remember my backdrop was a black wall. It was terrible. Because I was an edgy teenager and I was able to convince my parents to paint my room black. And I'm still living with that decision today. But yeah, let's jump into it, because I've been looking forward to playing more Resident Evil 2. Here we go. Oh yeah, I gotta unmute desktop audio. Give me an idea if we'll have to get more to gameplay, but if the audio is like too quiet, like it'll take a sec, but if it's too loud or too quiet, either way, let me know and I can adjust it. Because I've got the main thing I want to do at some point is I think I do want to get like a smaller monitor and have it on this side of the desk instead of what I've been currently doing, which is I've got this big monitor. It's not big, it's like 30 to 32 inches. And every time I stream, I like slide it along the desk so it's this side. And there's my main TV over there that's like a 40-inch. But it's quite far away, so I'd rather just have two monitors like on the desk. But I'm an idiot, I have not got it set up that way. Alright. So the first thing we're going to do is Hunk. And we did not get the requirements for Hunk, because for Hunk you have to get I think it's like a B or higher grade in both playthroughs, and to do that you have to beat the game in under 2.5 hours, I think, and you can't use any full heal sprays. But luckily the Nintendo 64 version here has a cheat code, so I've got it here: up, down, left, right, right, L, R, C up, C right, C down, left. There we go. So yeah, this was normally a very, very big secret to get this. Ooh. And I'll give the remake credit, they did include this in they did include a version of this in the remake adaptation. So Hunk is one of the like umbrella special forces that you see in the cutscene that went after the G virus and killed, well, not killed, but shot Birkin. If you've played Mercenaries Resident Evil 4, you're familiar with him. So yeah, that's where we've got to get to. And we have, yeah, a timer. And we start with this, like, full stack of stuff. We've got, yeah, 2 heals, shotgun, magnum, and a bunch of pistol bursts. And yeah, there's the G virus. Let's see. It's kind of funny because we walked past this, so somehow Hunk was passed out underwater. From what I understand, this is very hard. Hang on. Oh, weird. Okay, I guess because we didn't load a save game, it didn't remember my... Oh, camera. Oh, we had some fun clipping there. Oh yeah, we've got blue blood because I didn't change the blood color. That's fine, we'll keep it. There we go. Yeah, so this is, you know, timer. It's just a mad dash to the end. I think, like, this was kind of the start, like, the very early start of, Oh. Of what, eventually became mercenary content. Though there is, like, a more, thorough battle mode. In, I believe the Dreamcast version, so I won't be able to show that. That's the one thing, missing from this. is the full battle mode. That might have been originally only... Alright, where do we go from here? Okay. Oh. Oh dear. I wonder if he picks up any healing items. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's been a bit, so I've got to remember what the layout is. Okay. Hmm. Oh dear. Okay. Darn. This is hard. Okay. Is there something wrong with my control? I'm noticing that. I'm like turning funny. Okay. Well, that's a good start. We're already at danger. Fucking crows. Okay. I'm curious, is there... I'm not... This is probably a wash. But, okay. Yeah, it looks like they just lock most of the doors for this mode. I'm curious, though. Nah. Okay. There must surely be other healing items. Because just having, like, two... Like a green and a blue... Two green blue herbs is... kind of abysmal. Oh, I recently saw a video about how similar Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 8 are. Yes! It's why I'm kind of surprised they're doing a Resident Evil 4 remake, because Resident Evil 8 is almost a Resident Evil 4 remake already. Yeah, it's... Resident Evil 7 is, like, its main influence is definitely the original Resident Evil. But Resident Evil 8 is definitely mostly inspired by 4. But I do think it's... But, you know, still with its more classic influence. Oh, there we go. Yep. That's my retro achievement pop-ups, if anyone's curious about that, if you're new. I mean, yeah. I knew that was not gonna... That was not gonna go well. We'll try again. Oh, no. Can we not skip this? That's annoying. Okay, at least it's quick. Oh, okay, you can't change blood color from here. Weird. I guess I would have had to have, like, loaded a save that had the blood color changed. I was going to change it to green, actually. just to see what it was like. Actually, I can't remember if there is a time limit or if it is just best time. Maybe I'm thinking of Remake having a time limit. Yeah, with Resident Evil 7 being, you know, all first person because it was, you know, built around the plan of being the VR. Yeah. Well, we're lucky because, yeah, Resident Evil was in a really dire place for such a long time. For me, honestly, started with 5. Like, 5 is a good game on its own right, but that's when it was like, okay, making good Resident Evil games is not the goal anymore. And heck, you could honestly argue Resident Evil 4 is technically not a good Resident Evil game. Like, amazing game, but in terms of what you would have expected out of Resident Evil. But that should, you know, I don't want to discount how much I like Resident Evil 4. Like, Resident Evil 4 to me is so good. Oh, no. Oh, we're talking about escort missions? Here's the thing. It can seem annoying. Resident Evil 4 is probably, you know, the original. I can't speak on the remake, obviously. It's not out yet. Is probably like the primo like in terms of the design, it's probably the best it's ever been. Like, the game is so well balanced for it. It's really not a problem. Oh no, I'm already in danger? Those dogs fucked me up. I just feel it's weird. There must be other... Resident Evil 5, it's like the partner could take care of themselves, but the bigger issue is that they just use up your resources. And you can't, you know, you have basically no control over them. Oh, yep. And, you know, if you're trying to make a game that's horror, co-op, having someone with you, especially someone who's capable and as good as you, is not very scary. And it's weird that, there's still... Like, unless you frame it kind of closer to what the, you know, like the asynchronous horror multiplayer games do now. I'm wondering if for those dogs I should swap to shotgun. Even in the first game, it's definitely quite a nothing burger. There isn't much to him. Jill Valentine's always been my favourite protagonist, though, in the series. Happen again. I'm starting to wonder if I did play the whole game on easy, just because I'm noticing how much more ammo it takes to take zombies down. See, stuff like this is why, you know, I could see people having issues with static camera angles. And I are up to them, like... You know, being blind to attacks from a certain angle, like, yeah, it does suck. And it's why, I prefer the Silent Hill style. Because Silent Hill, they only use fixed cameras in very specific places. Oh, look at that, though. Oh, don't look at that! Don't look at that! Don't look at that! Yeah, I'm pretty... Okay, so I'm starting to think... Because again, this is the first time I've really played this Hunk mode. It is a linear path. There isn't really side areas to find items in. Oh no, I think I'm already at caution. But yeah, Code Veronica, I think, is like the only... Is the only, like, classic one to do it the way I like it. Where the camera will move. Here, let's do this. There we go. Might as well. Oh no, that was bad. Yeah, this is a tough mode. I don't know how you're supposed to do most of these areas without taking damage. Nope, there we go. That is the whole gimmick of this mode, though, is it's just a crazy, tough gauntlet that you have to, like, repeatedly try and figure out the best strats for areas. Maybe just for that dog area, you just need to run past everything. That's all I can think of. This is why I think when it comes to like the proper survival horror ones, because again, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, 6 aren't really survival horror games. Be right back. No, worries. Is Resident Evil 1 remake, because the static cameras there. It's very rare that you'll ever be in areas where the camera will make you have blind spots. And because they do some interesting stuff with sound, like they use stereo sound really well. And they also use shadows. There's a lot of ways to get around that issue and actually be able to see enemies around corners and things like that. Dinner in bed, eh? I'm all about that lifestyle. If it works, it works. Alright. Oh! Oh, that zombie 180'd really fucking quick. That's not fair. I can't 180 turn. Alright, we're actually doing really good now, because I've gone through so far and I haven't taken a single hit. That's probably going to change here, though. Oh, I forgot. I've got to run... Okay, yeah. I should just be running past the dogs. I think that's the secret to this area, actually, is that most of the enemies you should just ignore. Nope. Oh, no. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to... I ran the wrong way. Okay, we're still fine, luckily. Oh, no. I think I'm doing that right. The way to get zombies off you quicker is to hold the weapon aim button and like press left and right. Alright, where was this now? Was this the dogs? Yeah. Oh god, I'm already at caution. Okay. Oh. Whoops. Sorry about that. I clicked something wrong there. How do you do that bit? That bit's so rough. Like, the shotgun didn't really help me because the fire rate's so slow. Yeah. You do need a lot of advanced knowledge on this as well. I'm noticing that with the design here. Let's see. I think this is where we... This is the... Oh, your PC crashed. Sorry about that. Alright, I had a feel that I was about to... let's see. Oh yeah, it was this next room I died in. Well, I do have more health than that time. But, oh, I do not have a lot of health to finish this with. Oh no, the blue screen of death. Yeah, okay, I gotta be probably a bit more careful with this ammo situation. Oh, look at that. Oof. That went really well. I'm kind of shocked. Oh, fuck this room. Okay. Okay, you know, which way am I best to go? I'm guessing this way. I've got to get to, like, the second floor? Okay, so somehow the ladder's been put down. Okay, so that door's locked. I think they do make you go the long way around here. Yeah. Oh, if I remember, actually, I think I should have... Oh dear. Can't let me pass. Oh no. Okay, I'm in danger again. Yeah, it's the D-pad on this controller. It's not great. I've been using a different controller than I started out with, because it's a wired controller. And there's something up with my, my Xbox One Elite cable that I use. No, it's a generic USB type, so I could replace it quite easily if I needed to. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think I'm built for this mode. I think the amount of practice I would need. I really don't know how you're supposed to get through with it with just 2 heals. Like 2 herbs. Alright, well, before I show that, I've also got to show this. Up, down, left, right, right. Oh yeah, Sony just released that. Yeah, they've got their version of like the Elite controller now. So now we've got the Tofu Survivor. This dumbass mode. I think you get this for beating Hunk.
Alpha team here. Mission accomplished. Roger. We'll rendezvous at
And
the
from what I remember, it's 6 hours of battery life. Yeah, modern controller battery lives fucking suck. Because of streaming stuff and other things, I've used like PlayStation 3 controllers for things. And those will last like multiple gaming sessions. So yeah, with Tofu. From what I remember, this was actually a test model. It's $300. Holy shit, 'cause the fucking Elite controller is not even that much. That's a glorious walk-down. But yeah, I believe this is based on the test model for the game. And just as a joke, they put it in. Oh, no. But yeah, you only get the knife. Oh, how do I get turned around there? Oh yeah, this is going bad already. How are you supposed to do this? People have beat this as well. This is beatable. Oh, is that the gimmick? He just has like tons of health. Oh, I'm turning red. Okay. Yeah. When I got my Xbox Elite controller, for the record, because that was over £100 at the time. The only reason why I got it is because it was reduced to 100. And I believe it was like the actual recommended retail price was higher than that. And it came with a free game. It came with one of the Forza Horizon games that was brand new at the time, so it was still retailing for £40. So that was the only reason why I got it, because, you know, that game, you know, when it released. But yeah. Oh, those controllers are wacky. But the Xbox Elite controller genuinely is the best controller I've used, though I've used it way too much and a lot of the rubber has come off. The grip, like it's been worn quite a lot. It doesn't have, say, like the strength that a lot of older controllers have. It's because a lot of the tech in them is a lot more advanced, which makes them more fragile. And, you know, controllers also back in the day were meant for, like, kids. So a lot of the time they were meant to hold up to, like, whatever brute force you put them through. That kind of thing. Come on, Tofu guy. You can do it. Oh, okay. You can basically just run past these crows. It looks like. Oh, maybe not. Come on, Tofu guy, you can do it. Nah. Well, we tried. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to stick with those modes for too much longer. We might try another Hunk run later. But I just wanted to show them off, really. Just so, you know, the playthrough just had everything. But, we are going to do Randomizer mode now. Let's go for Green Blood. Also, while I'm doing this, I'm going to try and get the key that lets you get, the costumes. I'm going to be skipping the cutscenes here, by the way. So yeah, if you remember the start of the playthrough, this is where Claire comes through. So here's a difference. There's Leon meets Kendo.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Oh no.
Hold your fire! I'm a human!
Can't skip this, okay. Well, hey, we get to see the slightly different version of this cutscene.
Sorry about that. I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed something was wrong, the entire city was infested with zombies.
Okay, so... There we go. Based on what I need to do here, you have to just ignore all pickups. Okay, so he just gets grabbed anyway, even if you're not in the room to distract him. Yeah, Green Blood. It's like I'm playing one of the versions of House of the Dead too, where they left the censored blood turned on. So Mr. X, because we're doing scenario A, we're not doing a full new playthrough. It's just more to show off extra stuff. But he doesn't show up in scenario A in this. He's only in scenario B. No, actually, that might not be true. I'm trying to think, actually. Oh, man, I'm actually almost out of ammo. I'm starting to think I did play through the entire game on easy. But, actually, I'm not sure. Maybe Mr. X does show up for Leon a bit as well, but he doesn't show up in the same places. A lot of the game's different. Oh, no. From what I understand, this is time-based, this secret I'm going for. I could be wrong. They do. The only thing is the guide I'm reading says not to pick up anything, and I just picked something up because, admittedly, if I didn't pick up anything, I wouldn't actually be able to do this bit here. But we'll see. Oh, no. Okay, I didn't do it right. Okay, well... You know, we'll try again. Okay, so it's probably because I picked something up, I think. So it was probably... I probably also need to, like, not shoot. Yeah, I think we totally played the game through in easy, but I think the only real difference in easy mode is that you get more health sprays and they give you more ammo at the start. I'm trying to think if you want to get legit copies of this game outside of, like, you know, the reseller market.
Hold your fire. I'm a human.
Oh, if you have a PlayStation 3 or a well, I think on PSP you have to do something different now because the PSP store's down. But I think you can buy it on PS3 and then move it onto your PSP.
What's going on in
But
this town?
I'm pretty sure the PS1 version, or I don't know if it's the original or the DualShock version, but those are still on the PlayStation 3 store. So you can still buy the game there. I don't think it's been added to the news service, the one that's on PlayStation 5. I don't think it's on there though. Alright, how do I do this bit? I guess I just have to get grabbed. And just do the shove. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I read multiple things. Some were saying it's time-based, and some were saying other things. But reportedly, you can't pick anything up, which is annoying because, you know, that's ammo. If I don't get it this time, we'll try later. Oh. Okay, well, I'm still... Oh, no. That was bad. That's bad. Okay, now I'm at caution. I forgot, actually, the start of this game is probably, like, some of the hardest part, just because you have this extended area where you don't have any health pickups. Okay, hopefully I'll be okay, but there wasn't a way to get past that without taking damage. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, not in danger. Let's see if I did this right. Yeah, I did. Here we go. This is Brad Vickers from Resident Evil 1. He's the chopper guy. Oh, no. Okay. Give me a sec. Okay. I don't really need achievements on right now. There we go. Okay, is there somewhere to get ammo? Or health items? Because, yeah, I only have the knife, and the knife sucks. Well, I'm just going to have to go forward and see if anything changed, if I come back and he's still there or not. Oh dear. Poor Leon. Yeah, take the bullets. From what I understand though, soon we should start seeing some of the randomizer stuff come in. So the randomizer won't shift everything. Let's just save here. It will not shift key items. It's from what I understand, it's healing items and some weapons, I think. I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll see. We get to talk to Marv though.
Oh man. Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy. Leon. Sorry, but it looks like your party has been canceled. What happened?
It was so hyped for him coming.
2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion located in the outskirts of this city.
Don't know why, when Claire talks to him, he calls them zombie-like creatures.
Discovered that Umbrella was behind.
Oh yeah, there's the JoJo locker again.
They risked their lives to reveal the truth, but no one believed them. Not long after that, all this started to happen. Hang in there. Don't worry about me. Just rescue the survivors in the other rooms. Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go. But just go.
Fine. But I'm coming back for you. Just hold on.
It's funny that because we're in cutscene, Leon can run at full speed. But as soon as we get out, he'll limp again. There we go. Probably should have saved after that cutscene, but whatever. Let's limp our way around. So sad. Just a reminder, this was a big advancement actually, because Resident Evil 1 didn't have different animations when you're at different health. You had to look in the menu to tell like what your health status was at. There we go, and yep. There should be, unless I'm wrong, I think you get a healing item in the item box. And then we can see if the zombie Brad is still out there or not. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, we must have been playing on easy mode. I feel bad now. I didn't realise that. Okay, well I'm gonna go this way instead then, because The next room is the liquor. That way. Jeez, there's a lot of enemies here. That's too many, come on. Nope. Oh dear. Well, it's a good thing we saved though. Look at the green blood though. Trying to think where the first healing item would be then. You know what I'm gonna do is because I've turned off hardcore mode, I'm just gonna make a save state after this cutscene so I don't goof up again. Hang on, do I have a fast forward button map?
Oh, man.
Controls. Let's see, huh. How do you do that? There is a way to... map fast forward. Maybe just this core doesn't have it? Okay, never mind.
Who are you? Oh, you must be the new guy.
Weird, because when we were, well, doing Resident Evil DS, we did have it mapped.
Sorry, but it looks like your party has been canceled.
What happened?
About 2 months ago, there was this incident involving zombies in a mansion
Yeah.
located in the outskirts.
We know
of the
Marvin, it's
city.
okay.
Chris and the other STARS members discovered that.
Oh yeah, updates on the Dead Space Extraction playthrough. Based on the estimated delivery time, there's a chance that could actually not come until next week. Hopefully not. But I'll let you know on that. I actually need to check. I don't know what causes it. I need to do some research, but I think my PlayStation 3, it's either on the fritz or it just needs some sort of maintenance. A lot of the time, if I haven't used it in a while, it won't turn on immediately. If I try and turn it on, it will like start to boot up, and then it goes into this like, oh, something's wrong, and it'll just a red light blinks on it. And I've found that if I just turn it, you know, if I just try a few times in a row, it eventually works. That still seems messed up to me. The only way to get Brad to spawn is to not pick up items, because that gives you so little to fight him with. In fact, I think it doesn't give you enough bullets to fight him. Because he's like a turbocharged zombie. He has like more health than any other in the game. Alright. No, I've just reminded myself. I still need to, I want to get that, dock. It's on my phone. It's currently in iCloud mode, but I want to transfer it over so it's in, like, a Google Drive so I can share it to people. But yeah, I have my list that has like all the stuff that I want to stream at some point. All right, let's go in here. I'm just gonna. There we go. Yeah, that's a locked desk. Yep, there's the liquor. I still kind of feel like I might have just goofed this playthrough up by not picking up anything early on. I guess we get to see this pre-rendered cutscene though. Yeah. Does this guy have anything on him? Oh, he does. Was that Leon saying, oh boy? Okay. Yep, thought so. Okay. Alright. No, okay, he hears you if you do that. I really think I've goofed this up. I noticed it's a weird thing, like it has a hitbox. I'm actually gonna try something. I don't know if it'll work. But I want to see what happens if I, like, leave and come back. Because leaving a room and coming back will, like, reset where all the enemies are. And I'm curious if it maybe puts it in a better position. Otherwise, I'll just start again and I won't bother with the zombie Brad thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, that's not going to work. Oh. Okay. So yeah, the whole gimmick with Lickers, if you weren't here for the full playthrough, is they're deaf. No, they're not deaf. What am I saying? They're blind. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. You can do it, Leon. Shuffle. Oh, thank God. That's a big help. But I'm going to go a little bit ahead just to see what I can find. You know what? And just to be safe. There we go. Alright. Here we go. So this is some of the early signs of the randomizer mode. If you notice, we picked up a lot of shotgun ammo there. And that's normally not shotgun ammo. I believe that's pistol ammo that's there. Yeah, the unfortunate thing though is I don't think weapons are. We'll see though. Don't know if there's any other cool hidden spots for ammo here. No, I don't think there is. Okay. No, no. Come on. Okay, well, at least I'm not in danger. Alright. Yeah, take that. Here we go. This is the evidence of the randomizer stuff. We've got a red herb next to handgun bullets. And one thing you'll notice is you might notice is that the ammo stacks also tend to be a lot bigger in random mode, which seems to be a way to adjust to the, you know, evidently random nature. Could, you know, you could be a lot worse off. Alright, here we go. So yeah, this is the room that has the secret costumes in it. It's in those lockers there. I wonder if Brad is still out there or not. I'll be real sad if he's gone. But I think that whole don't pick up any items thing, I think that's wrong. I think it's actually time-based. It's just that ignoring items gets you there quicker, you know? I want to start seeing some, like, really weird swaps in the items, though. That's what I'm waiting for. Still don't know what's up with this door. Is it a secret door, or was it just, it was gonna be something and then it got cancelled? Do some of this again. Trying to think what else is going on. Oh, I did do something. So I have a nephew. He's about well, it's like 5.5, maybe a little older than that. And he tends to be over my place a lot because his grandma like babysits him a lot. And when he's over here, just because of like family interests, he's gotten into video games, and he does do that with me, especially because, you know, I've got this huge collection of retro stuff. So we've ended up playing a lot together, and because I have that giant CRT with like working light guns, that's something I've been getting him into. There's a lot of like mechanics in games that he's still like not quite up to yet. Whereas light guns are pretty simple, you know, for a kid that age. You just point at the screen. You point at the thing on the screen you want to, you know, get. Yeah, I think the difference between hard and easy, like normal and easy mode, is just you start with more ammo and health items. Because I think these zombies are going down with the same amount of bullets in them. Alright, here's the STARS office. I think there is like... Okay, no, that's the EX file. Don't need that. Yeah, Chris's diary you have to pick up because that's how you get this medal. Yeah, I knew that. Oh! I didn't know this happened.
It's good to see you're still among the living. It looks like we're not gonna find your brother here after all.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, Jill and Leon don't really meet in the RPD if you do Claire A.
To stay any longer than necessary. Let's split up, look for any survivors, and get out of here.
Well, actually, no, they do, just in that hallway.
One last thing. Here's a radio.
It's kind of funny, though, because, like, some of this dialogue is reused if you do Claire A.
Anything happens.
Oh, nice. First aid spray. Oh, no. Just gonna have to use it. Yeah, I think the weapons are static, so that stuff doesn't move around. Oh, look, she's gone over to his desk. That's cool. I didn't know she did that.
I can't believe what is happening to this city.
Yeah. I don't know why, just like most of the playthroughs I see tend to do Claire first. But like I said, this is not going to be a full playthrough, or if it is, it's going to be offline. Oh, okay. So we have to go back now. Let's see, so where have we been? Yeah. Alright. How weird. Apparently I did drop frames at some point. Oh, it was a network thing. Really short though, like maybe 2 seconds at the most. Well, while I'm doing this, I can go have a look and see if Zombie Brad is still outside or not. But let's go here first, because I need to drop some stuff off. But yeah, I want to see some of the really wacky stuff, because from what I understand, you can get some... Oh, yeah, I've gone to the wrong place. You can get some, like, the item drops can be really weird. Alright, yeah, put you away. Put you away. I'm gonna keep the herb out, just in case I find a green herb for that. Right, did I check this door? No. Okay, that's the diamond door. I wonder if because it's Leon, maybe this is a little different as well. Oh no, I think I remember this now. I think this is where the... Yep. That... It shouldn't have, but that did freak me out when we did this, even though I've seen it before. Oh. D-pad, work with me here. Yeah, I really need to replace that that cable so I can use my Elite controller again, because the D-pad on that is way better. Heck, you can swap the D-pad. You can swap it between like a traditional shape. Or using... I'm trying to think what to describe it. It's like, it's more circular, so if you... It's probably made for, like, fighting games or anything with motions. It's like, it turns it kind of into like a hybrid, like, arcade joystick, but for a thumb. So it's like rounded, and lets you do like smoother circular motions on it. Alright. Yeah, some of this stuff I'll be able to get through quite speedy, just because, you know, it was very recent we did the Claire A playthrough. Let me just... It's the spade key. Yeah, let me go quickly look, actually. If Brad is still out here or not. I hope he is. I hope we didn't miss this. Oh yeah, he's still here. Oh shit! Okay. There we go. There's the special key. That was a cool animation. I hadn't seen that yet. I think that's why when you're fighting with the shotgun, you want to try and aim up and wait for them to get as close as possible, because it just decapitates them. Alright, so yeah, that's the... I'll put it away quick, but that's the special key that I wanted. Because that's the secret costume key. Harder to get that key than it is to get it in Resident Evil 1 for some reason. Resident Evil 1, it's just when you beat the game. It's good to put it away for now. There we go. Because yeah, I'm going to go to the east side of the building now. Yeah, it would be interesting if this mode did do even crazier randomization. So you had, you know, key items and weapons randomized, but, you know, it takes a lot more work. To program all that logic to stop from soft locks and things like that. Alright, let's oh yeah, see that's a herb normally. I remember that. So yeah, this is examples of already seeing stuff swapped around. Oh, you know what? Don't think there's any point coming down this way yet. Yeah, not without those red jewels. So let's go this way instead. Let's see. I'm just gonna quickly. Oh, nope, never mind. Oh, hang on. I'm going to pause. I'm double checking if this page I have... Okay, yeah, it does. Good, good. Huh. Might as well pick this up. That's a weird place for it. Yeah, I don't think ink ribbons are shuffled, though. Which makes sense. That would be really messed up. Yeah, I know you're not... Okay, so I have the two possible codes are. There we go. Yeah, there you go. So that's random. Getting Magnum ammo that early. I'm pretty sure that's not in there normally. Okay, what's back here? Oh, okay. Alright, let me think. I think I'm actually going to go back this way quick. And just put stuff away. Because in the next areas... That outside area is the one where there used to be loads of green herbs, and that's probably going to be completely shuffled around. I don't know if people have done it yet, because Capcom didn't. Resident Evil 2 Remake was the one that I was really hoping would have got a randomizer mode. Officially, as well. But, I'd be really curious if, like, what fan ones have been made. There we go, yeah, we'll stick with that for now. Yeah, and the inventory upgrade. That's not for a while, I think. Try and remember where that is, actually. I think it's in the storage room, maybe? Oh, wait, no. This is where I'm meant to go. There we go. But I forgot. I was talking about my nephew and then I stopped. But we played through... I've completely forgotten what it's called because it has different names in different regions. I keep wanting to call it Virtua Cop Rearmed, but I don't know if that's actually its correct title. Actually, no, it's called... I think it's called Elite Edition, but Virtua Cop Elite Edition? No, that might be the Japanese name. And I don't hear people talk about it, but it's... Oh. Okay, I didn't know there was 2 items back here. I was lucky. Okay, what have you got on you? Yeah, see, that's different. Also, God, that was a huge stack of bullets. Okay, so we've got the blue key. But it's a remake of Virtua Cop 1 and 2 packaged together. Alright, so those are the same. That's interesting. I wonder if there's some stuff that's set. Or if it's just the luck of the draw means that we've... we've ended up with green herbs in the same place. Yeah, maybe these are just set then. Ah, okay. I think the route that Leon takes here is slightly different than Claire's as well. Even though it's Leon A. Okay, no, I don't want to go that way. That's the heart door. Oh no, I don't want to go that way because that zombie I think will wake up if I walk past him. Alright, let's have a look at our map again. Okay, we've got a blue door there. And a blue door up there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's wrong one. Okay, so straight up, I just need to go to the other side now. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Because it's a PlayStation 2, it's an older console, and I'd like to do stuff on real hardware. I was using backups, and I couldn't get the I have 2 light guns for PlayStation 2. Technically, well, I have the GunCon 2, and then I also have the GunCon 45. Though that's the PlayStation 1 light gun. It does work with pretty much all the games that support the Namco gun. But for some reason, I couldn't get it working. I guess if you're using open PlayStation loader, you might have to do special stuff, or it could be because I was using an older version. I've got to swap my versions around. But it was a lot of fun. Even playing, like, he was using, the game, the light gun, and I was on a controller. But even with controller, it was still a lot of fun. Okay, yeah, ink ribbons are definitely set. Alright. But yeah, I would like to see like a true... And I'm sure they do exist, considering it's classic Resident Evil. It would be fun to see, but a true randomizer mode where key items were also shuffled. So you could potentially go completely different routes through the mansion. Or, like in Resident Evil 1, or... Well, I know Resident Evil Remake on PC, that has randomizer modes. Including, randomizing enemy placements, which will do crazy things like make the tyrant appear in the like main hall that enemies aren't supposed to appear in. Because it will replace NPC encounters as with enemy encounters and crazy stuff like that. Oh yeah, that's okay. Well, we can go in here now, check this costume out, and also, you know, put some stuff away again. There we go. There are 2 outfits that should fit you. Will you change your clothes? Yes. Which one would you like? Let's try the left one. Please wait a minute. Oh, well, that wasn't a whole minute, was it? Look at this one. God, this is so edgy. Okay. Should say wait a moment. Oh, I like this. This is interesting. It's like alternative riot gear. Let's see. Is it just those 2? I think there might possibly be more you unlock if you do certain things. Alright, we'll use this for a sec, just because it's very different. I think some of the costumes in this version are unique to this version as well. But here, we'll save. I'm not gonna rotate saves, because I don't know how serious this playthrough is gonna be. Might not even go to that much longer today. Might do like another half an hour or so. Just want to, you know, see the depths of what can be randomized. I would say if the weapons aren't randomized, that would be kind of a shame. But so far it's looking like they're not. But you know, we've been finding Magnum ammo at this point in the game. Also, I hadn't played it. You know what? No, I did. I played a demo of it, but with my nephew, replayed the light gun shooter Ninja Assault. And I think unlike Time Crisis 2 and 3, the original. So Time Crisis 2 on PlayStation 2 it's no one really talks about it, but it's basically a remake of the arcade version because it has like wildly different visuals, including to the point of like all the cutscenes they like motion captured with like new that the original didn't have. See. Just curious if the zombie they were eating had anything on him. Oh, okay. It's nailed shut. I kept forgetting where that was on the map. Okay, I think that's the same. I assume the desks like have stuff like the handgun upgrade. I assume that's in the same place. Not sure about that. I think that's the same. That's the thing though. I think this, because it's a officially done randomizer mode, it doesn't ever, it's never like that harsh. Oh no, it's not turned on yet, that's why. Like, they don't really ever put you in situations that are unwinnable, I think. Whee! Try and remember what's in here. Is it another key? But yeah, I think Ninja Assault, they did not update. Oh no, it's a chess piece. Okay. Okay, so that's not different. Claire does not get the chess pieces in Claire B. But yeah, the visuals of Ninja Assault looked a lot more, like they did not update the visuals. Okay, I don't think I'm going to go to the 3rd floor yet, because from what I remember, there isn't really anything to do up there until you get the gear. Oh! Okay, I didn't know that. This costume makes Leon shoot the gun different. Like, his fire rate is better as well. No, okay, that's only in the B scenario. That's really funny. I didn't know that. We'll have to try that other costume then as well. See if that makes a difference. There we go. It's funny that when Hunk comes through here, this ladder, someone put the ladder back up. Don't know who did that. Oh, oh, oh. I gotta be careful. Waste ammo there. Though I'm actually doing really good on shotgun ammo. So I might be fine. Oh, there's a small key. There we go. Yep, that's the same. You know, okay, let me think. Well, definitely want to put this away. Also, I'll put this away for now. I think I want to take the gems out, though. Let's see, is it worth it? You know, I think it is. I'm gonna go back for the handgun. Well, if it's in there. Maybe that's only for scenario B. Let's go check. I'm gonna open one of the locked desks first, and then save. No, I'm pretty sure the desks are gonna be set. I'd love if, I don't know if anyone has. But, you know, there are some, like, very good making of documentaries that people have made on older games. Oh, God, I've forgotten the YouTube channel. There's a really good one about the Nintendo 64 GoldenEye game. Oh, no, he gets the handgun parts as well. Okay. So Claire just does not get that. Alright, yeah, swap to manual. Okay, well, he doesn't shoot this, one-handed, but it breaks his fucking wrist, though, look. I wonder if that makes his, fire rate, like, even better when using this. We'll see. but a really in-depth making of this port. Because a lot's been said about the development of the original Resident Evil 2, because it is a really fascinating development, considering that they almost made an entire sequel that got, you know, and then they scrapped pretty much everything they'd done outside of some like basic synopsis stuff and character stuff, and remade the game from scratch. It's like almost unheard of now, I feel like, doing that amount of work. Well, actually, no. Because that's what's going on with fucking Beyond Good and Evil right now. Oh, dear. In some ways, I wonder if, like, restarting development from scratch, even though it's taken this long, might be a good thing. Because everything I was seeing about the current version, just the scope of it, of like, oh yeah, we're making entire explorable planets and make it so you can fly in and out of them. It's like, what are you guys doing? Beyond Good and Evil 1 is like a Zelda-style adventure game. Oh, weird. This actually makes the... Yeah, he shoots slower now. But I think it makes the handgun do more damage. So that's interesting. Curious if any of the other guns act different. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't want to go this way yet. Oh, no. Okay. Actually, let's equip the shotgun, yeah. Okay, I do want to go this way first, because I need to turn the water off there. Actually, if that's the case, I'm going to go put those gems back. Sorry, but, you know, with the inventory space, I might, screw myself over. But yeah, just what this port does and how they got it working, and where this, you know, this random mode even came from. I assume there is some influence from Rogue and those style of games. Because that's definitely the influence that came into the ROM hacking scene with randomizers, but just, it's so interesting, this, you know, coming out with this mode so much earlier than that starting in the fan community. And it's interesting because there's even some developers, you know, supporting it now, like actual, like bigger, you know, it's not coming up in like the really big stuff. Oh, hello crows. Scary, huh? Yeah, so okay, yeah, so gotta find the valve for this. So yeah, that's one of the big differences with the A and B scenarios. Whoever does the B scenario sees the helicopter crash, and who does the A does not. Actually, maybe I do want this on auto. Because I think I just... Yeah, hold to do the triple fire. Oh, no. Wow, she wasn't dead yet? Yeah. Might as well just ignore as many of these guys as I can. Nothing special. Still funny to me they even made that camera cut. Considering. Yep, take that. Yeah, might as well safety save. I think we'll... I'm trying to think how much of this I'll do. Yeah, can't open that door. If you try and open that door, we found out the hard way. I completely forgot about it. But if you open that door, it just endlessly spawns zombies that come into that room. But you guys, I'll just leave you two. I probably could have ignored the two zombies here, but whatever. Again, this is a game, and I can tell you, even on this mode, like, once you get past that opening area, if you're not picking up, like, all the optional bullets, they still give you more than you need. There we go. Right, now I can go and put the jewels in. Which I will have to go back to the save room to do. There we go. You know, I think that is different. I think you actually get shotgun ammo there. Trying to remember. I don't want to keep going back and forth referencing some stuff. Like there's Evil Resource I mentioned. Has really cool interactive maps. That'll tell you, you know, where everything is. Even if you swap to like different versions. Here we go. Actually, I swapped, but I think I need this out anyway. Yeah, it's quite a while until you get the side pack. And I guess only one character gets to get the side pack. It's whoever you choose to get it. Which is a shame. Because more inventory slots is such a godsend in these games. When you get them. Alright. Huh. Try and remember what this is. Is this another key? Nah, it's the chess piece. Okay. Well, we needed to do this anyway, so... Nope, I'm thinking of scenario A again. Is when the liquor jumps down and you're there. Scenario B, sorry. basically how it works. Like, whoever does the B scenario has the slightly harder playthrough to deal with. Alright. It's just the pink key I have, isn't it? Yeah. I actually don't think it's worth going that way yet. Oh, maybe we should. Do I have anything I should put? Yeah, let's put something away quick though. I won't do much more. I'm just curious if... I'm guessing it is the same boss fight that Leon does. He must fight Birkin in the sewer. Let's see. Actually, who was Claire's first boss fight? I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, no, my memory's gone blank. Oh dear. Hate when that happens. Just forget shit, as always. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, we'll worry about picking these up later. Have to think when I want to start the Resident Evil 3 playthrough though. It won't be immediately after. I've been putting it off for a while, but I think I'm gonna sort out and just actually get through more Devil May Cry games. I think the main reason I've stopped is because it's Devil May Cry 2. But it's also because there's some like upscaler stuff I was potentially gonna get, but mainly for Devil May Cry 2 and 3, they don't have progressive mode, so my capture card can still capture the interlay signal. It's just like trying to get interlay signals looking good is a pain to deal with. You know, having to mess with different de-interlace effects. Yeah, this just makes me feel like I'm playing House of the Dead. Because I think, like, to appease arcade operators, by default they use green blood. I don't miss these zombies, just, like, stronger. Could swear, like, they've got more health here. Alright, what's in here? Oh, okay. Oh, I'll definitely take the cord. I think I just saw a resolution shift there. Ah! Oh, I'm an idiot. I knew that was coming too. What the fuck's wrong with me? I knew that was coming. You know, just for prosperity. There we go. I'm just curious what that looked like. I'm gonna check that clip later. Yeah, I'll just take this for now. Feel like a right Daft Punk. Ah, don't have the room for that. Oh, let me look again. Yeah. Okay. I'll just look in this room quick just to see what's here. Alright, yeah, that's there. Okay, that's the small key. Is there anything else in here, or is this just for the small key? Okay, we'll have to come back to this, but that's fine. Maybe I'll have to do like a Twitter poll thing. I don't know how many people will answer, but I'll have to do a Twitter thing and say, hey, do you want to see a full randomized, you know, playthrough? Where are we going now? Okay, now we're going to the Marvin side. Oh, whoops. But if I've unlocked it, I'll have to see if I've unlocked it or not. 'Cause the plan with Devil May Cry 2, just to make the experience a bit better, is I still have it. It's still on one of my memory cards. I have an old save for it that has Dante's campaign complete. And I think, you know, just for convenience sake, I'm gonna use that save file, which I'm hoping means I can do hard mode. But I don't know if you have to beat the other character, the French lady. I don't know if you have to beat her campaign as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna use this. Oh, okay, so that is temporary. Okay. I thought there was a way to, like, permanently fix them, but I guess not. Oh. Yeah, I've got to go around for this. I imagine if there are randomizer modes for Resident Evil 2, it's probably not this version people would use. Which, fair enough. Such an odd version. But I'd be curious to look into it. Yeah, I feel like if I was to do a randomizer playthrough, I'd probably find like a fan random mode. Go. There we go. That's how you take a head off. Oh, that's different. Only 8, huh? That's weird. Actually pretty low on oh no. Handgun ammo. Oh, he was still alive? Oh, well. Nah. We won't worry about that. Just trying to remember if there's any other items here. Guess not. Cura still alive? Oh dear. How's my health? That's the wrong button. Oh, okay, I gotta be careful. I think it's just Marvin in this room here. Which you have to fight because he has a key on him. We'll take this though. Here he goes. Well, yeah, okay, he doesn't have the key, but he has the key in the room, and he doesn't help you out and give it to you when you talk to him the first time. Alright, yeah, thinking about it, I'm probably not going to go much longer. I think that's different. I think the amount of shotgun ammo we have right now is the main thing that's changed. Yes, the... Hey, Leon! No. Is that it for here? Yeah. Okay. Might do it up until we get to the Ada stuff, which I believe is what's coming up next. Yeah. Have to be careful though, because the way this playthrough's going, there's a good chance that, like, right near the end of the game, they're going to be dumping a lot of handgun ammo on me when it's less useful. Trying to think what would be in that locker. It's either shotgun ammo or like magnum bullets. Is this the right door? No. Whoops. There we go. Getting all extra achievements though. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'll leave those there though. Let's see, is there anything on here? Well, there is. Yeah, see, that's... I'm just going to pick them up. So I might come back to this save file one day. Just to see what it's like. But that's a really funny place to get a... It's a really funny place to get magnum ammo. Let's see, can I... So if I remember right, there's like dogs both side here. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh! That was a good time to pause. There we go. Reminds me of something, the video game Azteca channel I've talked about on here mentioned about not liking finding dogs in games, and I'm with them. I'd prefer later on they started making the zombie dogs a lot more monstrous and mutated. And I think I prefer that approach. Let's see, is this puzzle the same? Yep. Oh. Yeah, okay, you can even do that in any order as long as you just do 3 up and 2 down. Without, like, overloading. Should be that's the map, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stop soon. This was meant to be like a brief look anyway. I just got engrossed in playing more Resident Evil 2. Yeah, we'll go this way because there's a save point down this way. I'm pretty sure it's like, yeah, you could take the ladder down here. Pretty sure this was a herb in the normal playthrough. But yeah, from what I understand, you do get more ammo in general in this mode. But yeah, they don't really make the dogs look like monsters until I feel like Resident Evil 4 actually, because it's like the husky wolves, and they can you know, they split apart. Let's see. Is there anything over here for Leon? No. Nah, that's just that's a Claire and Sherry thing. Alright, here we go. But yeah, just the fact we even have this this amount of Magnum ammo this early on is really funny. But yeah, it's not, if you are familiar with those like the fan ROM hack randomizers, it's not to that level. It would be one of those on a very easy difficulty because, as I mentioned, your key items, weapon placements, ink ribbons, and I think some other stuff is set. I know that before you get to the RPD, all the handgun bullets is set as well. And obviously, enemy placement, that's not different. Here we go. And, ooh, go. Do some stretches. So yeah, it's a very basic randomizer, but again, you think about it, like it's on an actual console, and they have to, you know, save that data of what's being randomized somewhere. It's probably attached to the save file. And save files were so limited, you know, the file size was so tiny back then. Especially compared to now, but others have talked about it, and I think it is a thing that a lot of developers don't optimize file size anymore, and this is a showing of like, yeah, you can optimize file size to a crazy amount. I think the time it kind of ended was when Xbox Live got rid of their limit on downloads. I mean, it was too low. It was like 14 megabytes was the file size limit for a few years on Xbox Live Arcade games. Which I think even at the time was like too small. But a lot of developers were able to work around it, but then I think it got up to like 1 to 2 gigabytes, which is quite... It was either 40 megabytes or it was like 100. But it was something that, for the era... I guess it's because at the time they wanted all the games to be very... Oh, sorry. They wanted the games to all be like very small in style. They didn't want like full experiences, and then that kind of changed over time. But there you go. So yeah. So that's some other cool stuff with this version. This Nintendo 64 version. You can play Hunk and Tofu without getting the high rank, and that randomizer mode, which I'll probably play more of in my own time just because it's fun. But you know, nowadays there are, you know, the fan stuff is so much more highly customizable, and you can do some really wacky stuff. But anyway, so what's coming up next? Well, Thursday is the next regular scheduled stream, and we'll be back with Dark Souls 3. We're like, I don't know how far. I think we're like halfway or a little bit more halfway through the first piece of DLC. I'm not sure how far though, but from what I've looked up, I think about halfway. Though there's some optional stuff in that as well. And then after that, it depends if Dead Space Extraction arrives in time or not. But I'll let you know. But anyway, I need to head off quite quickly actually, because some bodily stuff's happening. Not to overshare. But I hope you enjoyed the show. I was your host, Johnny Baghead. As always, thank everyone for coming. If you want stream updates or any just random posts that I try to do more often, follow my Twitter at JohnnyBagHead. If you want to find past streams, pretty much everything aside from a few of the recent ones, they're all up on YouTube at JohnnyBagHeadVODs. I don't think capitalization matters, but the VOD part's in capital letters, but I think you could just search Johnny Baghead and you'll find both my old YouTube channel that I need to upload like highlights to, and the VOD channel. But whoever you are, wherever you are, whenever you are, and if you are without where or when, you know, I appreciate you, and thank you for coming. Thank you for watching me play these old ass games that don't seem to pull in viewerships, but I love them anyway. I'll always love these old survival horror games, I can't help it. But take care everyone, and I'll see you Thursday. So have a good one.